Here's my lesson for you today. My lesson for me today. Normalize admitting that you're a piece of shit. You are. It sucks. I'm a piece of shit. I hate it. Every day, the stuff that will drive you insane and make you a terrible person that you don't want to be, it brings out the rage in you. I'm so tired of it. The only way to not be a piece of shit is to admit that you are one, figure out why, and make a plan for it to stop. Figure out what you want to feel like, how would be the best way to react, and try to do that. I am not good at reacting. I think that's the nature of reaction, is to be bad. Reactions are bad. Survival mechanism that is destructive, just designed literally to scare stuff away from us. So if you don't want to scare everything away from you, you don't want to be a piece of shit, then make some space. Find that moment between the moment that is going to be a bad moment. Put some space in there. Put some fucking space in there. It's surprising if everything just had a little bit more room to breathe, how wonderful things would be. And I realize having animals will make you a crazy person. They get so bored. Our lifestyle is so boring to them. It's so fucking boring. All we do is just sit there and look at a screen all day while we're looking at another screen. Oh, I got some other thing going. To them, it's just like, all day. Like, who even are we? We're so focused on everyone and everything else. We're not even allowing ourselves to exist. We're not giving ourselves a space. No wonder everything around us is frustrated. No wonder. Because their life's fucking boring. Why? Because our life's fucking boring. You gotta mix it up. If you're frustrated, you gotta do something about it. If you feel like you're a piece of shit and you're constantly running up against the wall where you just feel like you're fed up, you'd rather jump off a bridge than face, I don't know, your crumpled sheets or something. Like, you gotta make massive change, and you gotta define how you want things to be, and you have to make them that way. And you have to gently persuade people to help you keep them that way. And you have to educate people why it's better for them too, and it hopefully is better for them. But you gotta know what you need too. Like, if we have needs, you know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, men say like they have sexual needs. No, you don't have sexual needs. If anything, it's better not to have sex, because your body will literally be healthier if you don't ejaculate, because it's good for you. It's your life force, right? But like, we're so frustrated, and I think we turn to the sacral chakra because it's so spiritual and virulent and so emotional, and like, it evokes things, but it's not very much full of love, is it? It's very violent. It's sometimes we like that, but most of the time, like if you're gonna be violent, you have to wrap it in gentleness. You know, like you can't just expect people to like just embrace you for being violent and not well and angry all the time. If you're angry all the time, there's a reason. And other people in your life, your boss maybe, might not want you to deal with that reason. Doing what's best for yourself might not be what's best for your boss in the short term. But ultimately, if we all did what was best for ourselves, we'd all be less violently angry inside. Because, like, whether you have discipline on your feelings or not doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because if you're not being violent to the external world, you're being violent to your internal world. You're programming stress and frustration. Suck it into your soul. No wonder we get disease, so we die before we're 100. We could live for so long, but who would want to? This is a fucked up world. You gotta admit you're literally on a planet of has become hell, and you have to be unwilling to just like submit to it. You gotta submit to something else. You gotta submit to an elevated existence, and that doesn't mean punishing what isn't elevated and trying to remove things from your life. It means make space. Let's just breathe for a minute. What does it mean to have an elevated existence? Not that I'm claiming to be elevated, but what does it mean? You have to have space. You gotta breathe, so let's breathe. Release the ADHD. I think what we don't realize is that what I learned about creating green fertilizer, you chop up a bunch of plants and you put them in a bucket, and what happens is the bacteria will inhabit that bucket. And well, that sounds like a bad thing, but it's a good thing. The bacteria are in the soil, right? That's what feeds the plants. It is the life force. They're supposed to be there. There's trillions of them in there. It's terrifying, but it should make you excited. Shit. So what happens is if we close those bacteria off from the outside world, then they become anaerobic, which means they have no oxygen. Like the ones in my garden right now, they need to be stirred. They're very unhappy and they stink. They stink. Why? Because they need oxygen. So we have bacteria, and there's good ones and bad ones, and there's ones that we think are bad, but they're just yelling at us for just living a shitty lifestyle, and they're designed to punish us, to show us that we're doing it wrong. So then we suppress those symptoms with medications and stuff, but really we just get more oxygen in the environment. I'm a firm believer, if you get all the nutrients you need, you get the oxygen you need, you get the fitness, you get the rest, you can deal with the insanity of life. You can thrive on it. But you need oxygen. And the world will shut you down and will shut you off from everything. So you can't just, you gotta like stop. You gotta do what you have to do. But if making small efforts in your life isn't enough, make large, unsustainable efforts. Change your whole life. Just rip the whole life out from under you and get rid of it. Throw it in the waste bin. It's gone. It sucked. Was it working for you? No, it wasn't working for you. So throw it away. Breathe in that new air. Feeling fresh. Feeling fine. Feeling good. Yeah. That's how we want to feel. Yeah. It's good to feel bad too. Just don't do it chronically. You can take bad emotions in, just you can't just let them, you can't get invested. You can't get invested in the negative emotions. And you can't deny the negative emotions. They're there to tell you something. Like I said, if you're frustrated, you're angry all the time, one, you gotta breathe to even just deal with it, to even begin to deal with it. You can breathe all day though, and if you got chronically negative emotions coming in at you, you got to do something about that. And maybe it's somebody else that needs to change, and it's not you, but it's always you too. I'm a firm believer in the 1 to 5%. I'm a firm believer. That's my phrase today. I'm a firm believer. I am a firm believer, but especially in the 1 to 5%. 1 to 5% is your responsibility. When something goes wrong and you're like, well, what the fuck did I do? Like, what the fuck? Why are people reacting this way? You had 1 to 5% responsibility, and you did something 1 to 5% wrong. And maybe that 1 to 5% just built up and built up and built up on that other person until they freaked out on you. But you'd be surprised if you just take 100% responsibility for your 1 to 5%, how much happier people would be with you. How much shorter the conversations would be of communications of just these cyclical arguments of people knowing that they're not being heard and not being understood. If you just accept your responsibility, you're like, yes, I know I've been a piece of shit, and I'm sorry. And I will try to do better, and I've been trying to do better, and I've failed, and I'm sorry. You'd be surprised how relatable that is, and how enough that is. Like, people aren't looking for everyone in their life to be perfect. They just want to see that you're trying, and that you're taking responsibility for your part. We all are responsible for each other's emotions. We can't just go throwing ours onto people and just expect them to deal with it. And if they don't, well, fuck them. Like, screw them. We're not dealing with our emotions. Normalize dealing with your emotions. Even if you gotta fucking punch your bed frame to deal with it. At first, don't want to punch. Maybe you do want to punch your bed frame every day. I don't know. Maybe you gotta go do martial arts or something. Maybe I gotta go do martial arts. I got a lot of violent energy. This world has made me have a lot of violent energy because we need some violent change, and it's very difficult for that change to be violently gentle, gently violent. But it needs to happen quickly, and it needs to happen aggressively. Not only in our lives, but in the outside world. And no wonder we're all stressed. No wonder. We should be stressed. But when you start doing stuff that makes it better, lastingly better, regeneratively better, that chronic built up stress, it's still coming in. But you have hope now. And it's coming out. It can come in. Take some in. Because all stress is, it's an emotion, right? Emotions are, You transform that. That's alchemy for you, you know? It's your fuel. I'm an artist. I'm a fucking artist. I'm a good fucking artist. Why? Because I experience deep, fucked up emotions, and I've learned how to deal with it and alchemize it and try to figure it out, paint it in a beautiful, visceral kind of picture, wrap it in gold. And if you can do that, then all the shit life throws at you is just like just what you needed. Just what you fucking needed. The stress is coming in, transformation coming out. Don't normalize sucking stress into your life unless you have a plan to deal with it. If you have a plan to deal with stress in your life and you want to take on more stress, by all means, there's lots available. If you've got a plan to transform it, then like, praise to you. You know, like, you got the time and energy and sometimes money required to deal with the world's stress. Like, we will heap it on. We'll give it to you. If you're looking for cheap goods, there is no cheaper resource than like vile, like disregarded human emotion. If you're into resources, you want to stockpile some resources, vile disregarded human emotion. We're all just sucking it back. So if you can go into other people's lives even and find their stress, seek it out, and like, find the stress, figure it out, but then find the good things too. Focus more on the good things. But when the bad things ruin the good things, you got to give them some focus too. And if you can take the bad things and give them a good focus, then you realize they weren't often bad in the first place. Is that they were just something that you didn't know how to deal with. And I'm a firm believer that you can deal with anything if you program yourself for it, if you have a plan, if you have a strategy, if you are prepared. And even if you're not prepared, you'll have to deal with it anyway. So you might as well have a plan. You might as well get up every morning and think, how am I going to deal with stress today? I'm going to do some deep breathing. Oh, I'm going to do some exercise. Oh, let's do some push-ups. There was a point in my life where I was like so close to insanity, where, you know, my partner we were broken up and she's living in a city, a massive metropolis with some abusive dick, and she didn't trust me because I fucked everything up, because I knew we needed change and I just went about it too violently and it didn't work. But there was a time at which I just thought that she's dead to being abused right now, and it's all my fault. So I used to bike. I fucking would bike because I had no power. I would have given her the time of day, but she didn't trust me, and I was like, she could be dead right now. So how do I deal with this? So I would bike violently. I would put my bike up to the highest gear and I would go on the Trans-Canada Trail and I would just as fast as you can until there's nothing left, and like right near the point where you just like in your mind you're like, I want to violently careen off the side of the path and just explode. Massive explosion that implodes and then explodes again and then implodes again. You both want to quit right before that, and you need to get to that point. But it's like when you're filling up gas and it's prepaid, and you know how the gas, like, it goes fast until it's like that last dollar and then it starts going real slow. And the slow part is good because it's accurate and it's just what you needed. And the hit, the high intensity, that's good for your 95% of your energy. If you got a lot of energy to get out, do that hit until you feel like you're gonna collapse and crash and burn and die. And then do the gentle stuff. Then be kind to yourself after that. That was a lot for your body to go through. It's a lot for your mind and your heart to go through, biking through these emotions. I'm biking through it right now. I'm not even biking. But you gotta breathe. Biking is good because it makes you breathe. Physical challenges are good because it makes you breathe. If you want to surmount mental and emotional, even financial challenges, target physical challenges. There is no more healing place than Haroldtown in Peterborough. Because if you go there, there's only so many trails, and once you get to know them, all will be known, like any other trail. But it's not... The aesthetic is nice. It's nice to see porcupines crawling around on the trees and shit. But you're not there for the aesthetic. You're not there for the design of the trails. You're there because it will punish you. It will kick your ass, and you gotta push through it. And there's this point. Anyone that's mountain biked or done cross country probably, or endurance, anything, there is a point, paddling, canoeing, there is a point where you feel like, I'm dead, I simply cannot go on do this anymore, I give up. And you just keep doing it, and like an hour later you'll start to feel good, and you have more energy, you feel more relaxed, because our muscles, they're all tense, and we gotta get that tension out by grinding it on our bike wheel. But it's energy, right? So once that energy has to go somewhere. It doesn't get created or destroyed, so it goes somewhere. We're putting it into our bike. Unnecessary movement is necessary for the movement inside of our body, for that tension to get out. We need to create unnecessary movements. When we're thinking about efficiency, if you want to do something efficiently, we could create a perpetual motion machine. But for exercise, that's not what you want. You want the least efficient possible. The least efficient is the most efficient. Whatever is the hardest for you to do, you should do that gently until it's easier, but focus on what's the hardest. And if you're not pushing yourself to get stronger every day, you're dying. You're dying. You're not gonna make it to 100. You're not gonna make it. If you're not pushing yourself, if you're not finding a reason to live, if you're not finding a reason to maintain, to take care of yourself proactively and go deep 10,000 million% on your health, on your happiness, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do that? You gotta focus. You gotta rise up to the challenge. You gotta find an unnecessary challenge and fucking punch it in the face. Not a person, like a hill or something. And don't really punch it, just, punch it we gotta work it out. So they call it a workout, because you're working what out? The stress, the energy. Energy is stress. Stress is energy. Stress, when converted converted to energy can get let out and becomes relaxation. Stress not converted through exercise will build up and it'll slowly let off concentrated bits in your body. Your body, got autoimmune now. My body's rejecting stuff. We gotta stop smoking weed. Gotta stop taking pills to suppress your allergic reaction to your negative, harmful lifestyle. Gotta deal with it. Gotta double down on your happiness, on your joy, your relaxation. Relaxation is not only undervalued, it is attacked. You are not allowed to be relaxed. We need you to work. We need you to go. Go, 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 go. I'm telling you, you gotta relax. It's okay to go, go, go. You can go fast when you go slow, slow, slow. You can go slow and you're going fast because your oxygen, your cardiovascular system, you're pumping. You don't have to move fast. Look at Tai Chi. Tai Chi, you move slow, but it's difficult. The old ladies will kick your ass. Why? Because slow is hard too. And sometimes we're going too fast. People say you gotta slow down. It's a big thing if you use drugs to satiate your emotions. Drugs are a spiritual endeavor to suppress the spirit to fit in. And when you're doing that, you gotta slow down. Figure out how to stand out while fitting in. To fit in while standing out. Figure out how to convert all the negative stuff you feel into something that people will be excited to witness and enjoy. And if you can do that, then you're basically a king. You're a king. If you can't figure out how to solve all the stress of the world, I'll tell you how the secret to royalty. You ready? Relaxation. You gotta be stressed about it. You better be doing it. If you're not relaxing, I will kick your ass. And I do not mean leisure. Relaxation is meditation. Meditation is the act of doing nothing so that everything will begin to go on inside you. Not wasting your energy. So all of your energy can be used inside you for healing. Make the space. Whatever it takes. Whatever you need. It is what you need. You need to be violently relaxed. Doing something that stresses you out, like climbing a tall building and looking over the edge. Be safe. Be safe. Make sure you're safe. But you see, we're not safe from ourselves. We need the tall building, the fear of death, to encourage us to live. We need that, oh my God, life flashes before your eyes. You don't need a near-death experience. You need an awakening. How do you get an awakening? Realize that you're asleep. And we all are. I'm asleep right now. I could be more awakened. You know, it's surprising how interesting your hair looks when you're just looking down. All you gotta do is look down. Start doing some push-ups and you're wavy, man. You're wavy. Oh, I'm relaxed. Oh. You know, inhabit your shell, you know? Whatever this organism, we didn't ask for this thing to look the way it does, but hey, let it look its best, you know? Let it fling around. Yeah. Gotta move your body, you know? People with autism or with, you know, ADHD even probably, you gotta like perform some like exorcist shit on yourself, you know? Like some of us, we need to be like restrained so that we can be unrestrained. Like something I learned with mushrooms is it awakens all the stuff that you suppress, right? If you have, you know, I just have to guess I have autism spectrum disorder. I've been diagnosed with ADHD, so I'm not assuming such a role. But if you have such a role, or you just are a non-neuronormative person, you're a neurodivergent person, you could benefit from violently shaking. But you gotta do it in a way that's good for you. You can't be throwing dishes in your house. You know what I mean? It's okay to dance. It's okay to hit something, but don't hurt yourself. Exercise is only what's good for you. So people think work is exercise because they're lifting stuff, they're moving your body. How's your posture? How's your breathing? Is it good? How's your strain? Are you picking stuff up that you shouldn't? Are you sucking stuff up that you should get help with? Are you taking it on yourself to do more than what you're being paid for? Because none of us are getting paid enough, and our boss can't afford us to pay us enough. Because people are expensive, and you're expensive, and you deserve more. So whatever you do, don't go get a job where you think this is what I deserve, you know, this is the best I can do, and like this is the best pay I can get. If you're gonna get a job, and let me tell you this, is that a job will never pay you what you need. Well, it'll always pay you what you need, but it'll never pay you what your spirit needs. You know, it'll never be enough. So, you gotta find a job where you're learning. You know, we pay tens of thousands of dollars to go get educated. Great investment. I mean, who's got tens of thousands of dollars? But we all know, well, educated, good investment, right? So, why would you want to work somewhere where you're not learning anything? You're never going to get paid what you deserve. So why not get paid a little stipend to learn something? So pick a job where you're learning something. I'm learning something at my job. I'm admittedly running out of things to learn, but that's good. I'm nearing the end of my process at that job, and the job could afford to learn more for sure. It's just, you know, it's profitable and it's seasonal, it's intense, it's a lot, it's operational. So I understand it would be very difficult to perform systemic change. But it's necessary. It always is. If you find a job that's perfect, please let me know. Because I don't want it. There is no perfect job. I'll tell you what a perfect job is you set up some hoses in your yard, grow some perennials, fruit trees, get them going, get nature going, stuff you like, put it in there, and then let it develop, and you sit back and watch it. Watch it. That's the valuable part. You gotta watch. You gotta create something complex, beneficial, and then watch. And then when stuff starts to go wrong, and it will go wrong, this is where the academic element comes in, where you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure out wrong. What does that mean? Generally, it's some sort of species. Everything is a species. There's no problem that isn't attributed to a species of something. Whether it's mold, whether it's insect, whether it is a mineral, it's all a species of something. So, problem's not a problem. Again, it's a realization, is nature will react and it'll teach you that you're not doing it right. And you can't just suppress it because you're not doing it right. And it's going to continue to happen forever. Why would you want to do that? So it is a little bit more academic. You have to research things, but you should. And figure it out, you know, like sometimes it's all about balance, bringing something else into the equation. Never try to take something out of the equation. You won't be able to do it. It'll just keep coming. Add something in. Not too much, just a little bit. Don't expect immediate change. We're talking about the perfect job. Here's the perfect job. You got land. It's thriving. Everything that you want, you can manifest easily. And your biggest problem is there's not enough time in the day to manifest your dreams, and your dreams are coming up. They're coming up. Oh, there's a dream. There's a dream. Oh, realized. Oh, realized. That's the perfect job. So, yeah. Any other job is only just a stepping stone. And if you don't know where you're going, then are you stepping or are you sinking? I guess the choice is up to you.